Hey guys, I am back. I'm sorry, my face itches. It's just, weather is changing, new seasons are here, spring is arriving. We gonna hop right in. Um, First things first, I always prep my lips. Today I actually prepped it with some Vaseline. One, because my lips are so dry. No matter how much I scrub them, no matter how much I'm applying stuff, they're just dry beyond dry. And yeah, so we gonna use some Vaseline, some old school Vaseline. Next we're going to hop into the eyes. Today's eyeshadow primer is the Balm Put a Lid on It eyelid primer. She looks like this. I'm excited, you guys. I ordered some eyelash glue, or not eyelash glue, yeah, eyelash glue, for those fake eyelashes that I have, so I will be using those soon. I'm really excited to try that. It should come tomorrow or the following day, soon, so we will see how experimenting with that will be. Okay, so I use my finger to put this on my eyelids. You can use brush, you can use whatever, floats your boat. Next, we will be going in with my favorite, one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. This, I had to buy a new one because I'm pretty sure somebody stole this one. Which is a whole nother story for a whole nother day. So I had to buy a new one. So this is brand new. Again, to me, this is the Urban Decay Naked Basics 2 palette. This is a mini one. This is literally one of my favorite ones out of all of them. You open her up and boom. I love these shades. They're literally the best in the world. They're like a, as my nail is digging into it, they're like a pastel neutral. I don't even know how to explain it, but I love these. These are literally the best shades ever. So we're going to hop in with another Urban Decay product. We're going to use the double-ended brush. We're going to use the fluffy side and hop into the shade Frisk, which is, oh, that's not bad, which is this one right here. Literally the old eyeshadow palette I had of this one, it was almost gone. That's how much I used it, even off camera. So I'm going to take this into my crease right away. And then hold my brush at the end, so I'm not going in with a heavy hand. And just bringing it down just a little bit. Do the other side. And then I'll probably use another brush to blend some of this out because it's a little crazy. I'm gonna grab another brush really quickly. So I can blend this out a bit more. The other brush I'm using is the Cargo Cosmetics dual-ended brush with the fluffy side as well. I'm going in circular motions. Okay, coming back in with that brush and going into the next shade over, which is Cover, which is this shade right here. This brush is so much softer than this one. Okay. It's like painting your face. You blend until you want the color that you want. Okay. Next, I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm actually going to add concealer and then do that. So the concealer I'm using is the Maybelline New York concealer in the shade 15 Light. She looks like this. I'm going to add just a touch. I am not trying to do a cut crease. I'm just trying to make it look decent. And then this brush is just the end of that double-ended Urban Decay brush. that is in. The next shade I'm going to be using is the next darkest shade, which is Primal, which is this one right here. It's like that brown shade. I'm going to take that same flat brush and I'm going to pat it on top. It looks a little crazy, but we will figure it out. Okay, I will blend it out. Let me just do the other side really quickly. I'm excited to use this one of the foundations that I found a while ago. I have not used it on here yet, so we will see how it turns out. It is a little darker, but now that it's spring, I think it will be okay. And it is slightly orange, just ever so slightly. Okay, blend the edges out. I'm gonna go in with that lighter brown one more time. The kind of nice thing about makeup is there's not really any rules to it. I mean, obviously, like, eyeshadow is supposed to be used for eyeshadow, but there's not like a set rule or like a set book on things, which is kind of nice. So you can kind of do whatever you want with makeup. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go in with that black shade, which is this bad boy here, Undone. It's called Undone for a reason, right? Just a very corners. Sometimes black is a little hard to blend out, so less is more with black. It's a little bit hard with all this adhesive on my face to blend some of these out, but that's okay. And I can tell my eyes right here, I'm already starting to get red. And some of that is from a reaction to the primer itself. My eyes are not the best, but they are not the worst. So I am a-okay where they are. Okay, next I'll be going in with a makeup wipe and just wiping away the extraness that feel on my face. Okay. Next we're going in with some favorites. Actually I don't have a face primer. Take that real quick. Okay. Next we're going to be going in with some foundation and some face stuff. First I'm going to wet my sponge and make sure that's all good to go. My hair is long enough to put in a ponytail and do this. So I'm really happy about that. I will get it colored soon, just COVID, literally. No, I don't have COVID, but I'm just saying COVID is the reason why. Okay, so on to face primer. We're using the Lorac Light Source Illuminating Primer, the 3-in-1. She looks like this. I like this stuff. I think this stuff is great. It is very gold, to say the least. It does illuminate, I will say that. And ignore the pimples on my face, just, you know. Y'all already know. I ain't even gotta explain it to you. Don't forget your neck. Usually, to be 100% honest with you guys, I usually don't put makeup on my face if I have pimples or open scars. One, because I'm lazy. Two, because they just keep reoccurring in the same spot if I put makeup on, and then more stuff on my face, and then more stuff on my face, and then let it sit for hours, so it hoards a lot of germs for me personally. What I do like to do though is wash my face and then put like a face lotion on. What do you call it? A moisturizer on my face. One, just to help my skin breathe a little bit better and look a little bit better throughout the day. And two, this moisturizer has sunscreen in it that I use too, so it helps protect my face that way. So, moving on to foundation, I'm excited to use this. This is the Molly Complex Perfection Soft Focus Foundation in the shade Tan. So she looks like this, and kind of like a toothpaste tube almost. Take the top off. This you pump. You can either pump it on your hand, pump it on here, somewhere. I'm gonna do my hand. Ooh, that's liquidy. Okay. I just got it everywhere on my desk. That's nice. So like I said, this is a little bit dark. So we'll see how this blends. Ooh, it smells like chemicals. It smells straight like chemicals. Can we get a foundation that smells like flowers, please? Because I don't want to smell like paint all day long. I don't want to smell myself smelling like paint. Ooh, I look like I went to the beach. Okay. Give it a good shake. Let's try that. See what happens there. I literally got it everywhere. Okay. Give it a good shake. Let's see what happens. Nope, still very liquidy. I don't know if I like that. This is not a full coverage foundation at all, which is fine. Sometimes less is more, sometimes more is more, and sometimes less is less. Yeah, this is just straight like liquid. Like my sponge is soaking it all up. To be honest, I don't know if it's worth the money, especially if the sponge soaks it all up and then barely transfers it to your face. Or you're supposed to squirt it directly on your face, but it's very watered down, so I don't know. Normally would do some doing my chin, but I'm not doing my neck. I don't know if I like this. We'll just keep the ball rolling, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so next we were going in with some concealer. This is that concealer that I used on my eyelids. This is the Maybline Concealer. Going to pop this here, pop this here, here, here. Make sure you get a straight line or else you will have a crooked nose, like so. This is some thick concealer. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to let that blend this out. When I placed it on my face, it was some thick concealer. When I blend it out, she not so thick. There's a lot of product in the tube, which is good. Let's see if I look like a clown at the end. As usual. Don't forget your upper lip. And I bounce back and forth between my eye and the rest of my face because sometimes my eyes hurt when I do that, so I give them a break for a second. And it is like, there we go. Okay. Now that I have a concealer on and then I have concealer right in my inner corner, I'm actually gonna go in and put some eyeshadow in that inner corner. Let me see if I have a little teeny brush. I do. I'm gonna take my setting spray and spray. The eyeshadow I'm going to be using is Skimp, this one here. Okay. And place a little bit right there. Just a teeny bit. Okay. There is that. Okay. So, back to the face. We're going to be using some bronzer. Funny story, actually, this bronzer is actually a loose foundation, and like me, I wasn't paying attention to what I was grabbing, and I just grabbed and went to the checkout. So I use it as bronzer again. So let me see what we're going to use. That has that on it. I'm using this brush. So, which brush should I use? I'm gonna use this brush because it's a looser brush, or less dense brush. The foundation, the bronzer I'm using is from the Balm, Cosmetics, and this is the shade Dark. This is the foundation, the powder foundation. However, I know in camera it looks light enough for my face, but it is truly too dark right now for my face. So I'm gonna use it as bronzer. So, and then the brush we're gonna be using is the Farrah 50F bronzer, or brush. So this might take a little bit longer, but we'll see. will set my face after this and then move on to the next thing. I laugh at myself now because I used to set my face with baby powder. I don't know if you guys remember that trick. Because I couldn't afford a lot of these things that I have now. A lot of the things I have now is pretty much a collection over the years. But yeah. Yeah, baby powder. How good is that for your skin anyway? It's like, doesn't that dry your skin out? I don't know. I got some chunky cheeks. So if I look this way, you can tell right here and right here. And then if I look straight, you can see right there. For me, again, less is more, so I don't push it too far with things like that. Setting powder, setting powder. We're using the Coty Airspun Translucent Powder. This big boy here. This stuff smells awful. I need to clean it or spray it with alcohol at least. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a bacteria infested face. That sounds great. So I'm taking my sponge and applying that setting powder right where I applied the concealer. And I got some on my lips on accident. Usually I don't set my lips if they're already really dry. Or try not to set my lips if they're already really dry. I make a mess. Okay. So while that's settling, I'm just going to touch that up. Okay. Going to do my nose. Grab another eyeshadow brush. I found that eyeshadow brushes are good to carve out the nose. So we're gonna do that. They're just small and precise. The eyeshadow brush I'm using is another Urban Decay double-ended brush. Nose itches. Get the nose carved out. I'm going to try to blend that out too, instead of just having it sit there. Okay. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to line my lips. I'm using the Cargo Cosmetics Swimmables in the shade 02 Oahu, O-A-H-U. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It should look like so. This stuff is smooth. Oh my god, you can see my lips. They're awful. At least I will admit that. And some people won't. Okay. So I'm gonna let that set in my lips for a minute. And then I'm looking for, here we go. I'm going to wipe away the setting powder with the powdered foundation from Pure Cosmetics in the shade Tan as well. Open her up and she looks like this. And I'm starting to get a little divot in there, if you can see that. I'm using actually a buffing brush from Real Techniques. I'm just going to wipe away, literally. Don't poke yourself in the eyeball, people. I need to spray this stuff with alcohol too, it kind of stinks. So I'm interested to see how this looks in a picture, because this translucent powder has a lot of flashback, especially with lighting, for me anyways. So I'm kind of curious what this looks like in pictures. And I got a whole bunch in my nose, per usual. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to apply some mascara, highlighter, and lips. I was going to do blush, but I don't like blush, so I'm not going to use it for today's video. I'm going to use for mascara, the Double Decker lashes from Butter London. This is literally one of my favorite mascaras. I don't know how I acquired, well, I do know how I acquired this, but it's just, I love it. This stuff is literally, to me, is literally the best. Like, I don't even need fake lashes. Bruh. I don't even need fake lashes. I do need to touch up my eyebrows though, because in my last video, it was like a big old thing right here. And that's just how they naturally are. Ooh, it dries really fast. I've had this for years and I didn't realize that. Okay. See, we're gonna be going in with some lip stuff. This is an oldie, but a goodie. This is from the KKW collection, in the shade Kimberly. So this is an old one, but it's a good one. This is the liquid lipstick. Cream liquid lipstick. Okay. I laugh at myself. Because if you don't laugh at yourself, who's gonna laugh at you? So, it's not bad, but I don't know. I'm not used to a nude that literally matches my skin tone. So, yeah. It's gonna take some getting used to. It's not bad of a look. It's not. It's pretty decent. But we're forgetting one thing. Some highlighter. So this is the Ciate highlighter that I'm using. However, it came in a package that I ripped open. So now it looks a little ghetto. Which is fine. It's fine. It happens. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for a brush. A highlighter brush. No. That's an eyeshadow brush. That is also an eyeshadow brush. Here we go. The packaging looks like this. Like, why I do this to myself, I do not know. However, the shade is called Moon Dust, which is back here. Yeah, so I don't know why I do these things. It's like a glittery pink and it is really pretty. And it comes off very easily. The brush I'm using is another Real Techniques brush. And she pretty. This is the, I think this is the pointed foundation brush. I use this mostly for concealer or highlighter. She cute. Sure, girl. I have to laugh at myself because if you don't think you funny, then who gonna think you funny? Nobody. So usually I like write down on my looks and kind of envision how I want them. I will say this is not how I envisioned it, but it turned out really cute. Like, so like I said, it turned out really cute. This is the final look. You can add some blush and some fake lashes and some more things to it, but this is it. And you guys already know the drill. I don't apply setting spray because usually when I film it's later at night and I go to bed right after. But if I were to apply it, this thing right here, this is literally the best stuff. Well, one of the best stuffs you can find at the drugstore or Walmart or wherever. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will catch you guys later. Bye.